Good morning. Good Shabbos. Um, this week's parsha, we continue with the story with Jacob, and he's going to meet his brother Esau, and he's sending his troops in order, a whole procession, getting ready to meet his brother, encounter his nemesis since he was in the womb. So it's a big deal for Jacob. He has a wrestle with the angel or whoever it is in his dream. Yeah, it was a dream, another dream, and he prevails. So wrestling, Arthur Waskow, who of blessed memory, he just passed away earlier this week. Um, uh, he has a book called God Wrestling, and he gets it from Jacob's dream, this dream, the wrestling. So, life in the physical form, it's not easy. Have challenges, people we have to deal with, like Jacob. And, things come up that throw us off center. So, one of the purposes of our practice is to cultivate a balance and to have an internal, I don't want to say tuning fork. Yeah, maybe just like that we can tune into our own vibration and trust and connect with our innermost, our soul level, and trust that we are receiving guidance and that we do know what's right and we do know our true path. We just tune into it. So I want to just talk about the basics of our practice this morning. I'm getting ready to go on a meditation retreat starting Sunday for 11 days, and I've been thinking about what the focus is going to be for me. And it's a little bit aligned with what my teacher, Jeff Roth, has been also focusing on. He'll be leading the retreat, so I expect there to be some emphasis on that. So what I've been working with is two aspects of God. We started with Bereshit bara Elohim. In the beginning, or in a beginning, was created Elohim. So usually we say that Elohim is the the noun, the subject of the sentence, that God created in the beginning. In the beginning, God created. But the order of the words, which is part of Hebrew grammar, but it's still the order of the words, is in the beginning created Elohim. And so Elohim can be interpreted as the manifestation of God in the world, in the physical form. So it divides the heavens from the earth. Already that's a division instead of the unity. That was like, imagine this unity before, this tohu bavohu, but it was all not undifferentiated. Now it's differentiated. This is my sweater. This is my neck. These are my glasses. That's a picture. This is a couch. They all have names. We've given them names and language. And yet, there's also the other aspect of God, Yud He and Vav He, which is beyond, can be, or Ein Sof, without end, the aspect of God that is beyond any form or continues, doesn't have to have a form, but infuses all forms at the same time. There's nothing, this is my sweater, but it's part of God. This is my face, it's part of God. These glasses, totally part, everything is part of God. The picture, this couch, it's all infused with godliness, because there's no existence that has any reality. Only God. It's all only God. This is the wisdom, definitely the wisdom of Judaism, and also other religions. I know Islam has the same principle. The Buddha. Christianity, I'm sure, because it's all based on monotheism, which is this idea that there is only God and nothing but God. So, when we are in meditation, we have the opportunity to, by focusing our attention on the breath or any object exclusively and returning, like disciplining, returning, we come into we have the opportunity to come into a focus that takes us paradoxically into a wide lens, into a wide field. Because the more we focus, the more we let go of our obsessive thoughts, whatever it is, the planning mind, the worried mind. Just be in this breath, in this moment. End of story. And through that, we can connect the source of the breath. The air around us is coming in and going out like the tides of the sea, like this rhythm coming in and out. And following that rhythm, we just kind of sink into the reality that it's all vibration. We're part of this huge, infinite vibration that is the Ein Sof, that is the without end, that is Yod Hey and Vav Hey, this continual evolving aspect of in time and not time bound. So with that as our focus, let's try it out. Try breathing in and out, just like the tides. The air that if we hold our breath, we can, or if we're not breathing, we can even just still sense the breath. If we wave our hands, we feel something moving. That's the air, right? Against our hands. And it's coming into us when we breathe in. The air comes inside, nourishes our cells, and then it goes out. The part we don't use goes back out. And other beings can use that. The trees can use that. It's a total immersion in connection. So I'm going to ring the bell 3 times now, and then we'll sit for 30 minutes in silence, and then I'll ring the bell once for the conclusion. So if you're watching a recording, just hit pause after the 3 bells and go into your meditation for as long as you wish, and then restart the recording and you'll hear the next bell. Welcome back. Slowly take your time. The reverberation of the bell, like a pebble in a quiet stream, starts strong, goes further out, and the metal stops vibrating, but the ripples continue. And they may not be audible, but they've entered the air. And just like our lives, we have a relatively short span in these bodies. And yet, the ripple of our actions has an effect on the whole. Even our thoughts have a vibration that can be felt. When I was given the instructions, I laid out a scenario that's an ideal scenario. Of breathing in and out with the tides and the immersing in the oneness. So, just want to modify that a little bit. We're lucky, or if we can manage one breath, one complete cycle of in and out, in and out, without an extraneous thought. But it's a process of just slowing down the mind and tuning in to the greater expanse that's holding us. That, we don't really have words for. I mean, in the Jewish tradition, Yud-Hey and Vav-Hey is not even said out loud in the sequence of the 4 letters. And we certainly don't pronounce it in that order. We can say Shem Havaya, which uses the same letters in a different order, because it's unnameable. It's not reducible to a name that we can pronounce. And yet we're part of it. How could it be otherwise? What else could we be part of? We all come from the same source. And we exist in the same milieu of that source. Just like waves in the ocean. That's one of the classic metaphors. We think we're a wave in the ocean, and it has its own formation. Some waves are bigger, some waves are smaller. If you're out in the ocean and you want to catch a wave to ride it in, either on a surfboard or on body surfing, you say, oh, here's a big one. Oh, that one's too big. Oh, this one's just right. Like, I'll try this one. This little one, maybe I can do this one. It's like they each have a little personality. And they're all part of the ocean, both and. So those are my musings for today. Thank you for joining me, and be patient with yourself. And next time, I think maybe we'll focus on, I'll introduce open awareness. Some of you may be familiar with that. It's just being open. So that'll be an interesting contrast. Some people are more drawn to that than the focus. Okay, thanks for joining me. Shabbat Shalom. Until next time.